Bucks here. Most Feared looks kinda nice, right? EA is listening to us a little bit on the promo and the free cards. I counted 8 free 90 overalls, which is just crazy, right? 8 of them. 8. I know most of them are gonna be NCAT, but guess what? You know, it's raining NCATs and dogs this year, and we're gonna have to adapt. So really generous to people with teams that are trying to catch up and stuff. As for the money spent, there's still things to grind there, and the big top end squads can be auctionable stuff you can get. So let's go through it. Shout out to Fredzilla, Joker Kale for putting this all out on Twitter to me. Anyways, let's go through the bottom cards first. Just a bunch of like 78s, 79s. These are basically, you know, pack fodder, trading reroll fodder, so that way when we see them, we start to hate their names. Basically making us into Quez haters, right? You know, generally we hate quests in MMOs that are pointless, and we'll hate Quez in Madden that's going to be pointless for us out of our packs. Did I nail that? I don't think I did. I don't feel like it landed. I'm also a little tired. I've been up since like 6. Got like 4 hours of sleep. A little pissed off today, I guess. Jermaine Pratt. Prefer Chris, but Jermaine's not bad. 81 overall. Not going to really see the field for you. Same thing with Willis. Not going to really see the field for you. Maybe backups on theme teams for chemistries for you. Taylor Henneke, not really usable as a scrambling. Like, how is Vic not a scrambler, but Taylor Henneke? Oh my God. I'm not even gonna ask. Tim Patrick right here. Never trust a guy with 2 first names. He won't be seeing my field for that reason. Mike Hughes, 87 speed at CB, 83 overall. We're getting a little tastier. I mean, does Kansas City defense even deserve a card? Aren't they like historically bad? That's just insulting, right? That's throwing salt in their wounds of how bad they are. We're gonna get like a Sorensen card next. That guy's actually booty cheeks, but booty cheeks are good. So he's like donkey cheeks. Don't tell me if no, I don't want to hear it. Jordan Hicks, I don't want to know about your expeditions down to Tijuana and Kinky Kelly. But Cam Robinson here. Clerks 2 was actually an underrated movie. Trey Waynes, 89 overall, 85 overall with 89 overall speed and 89 acceleration. Not too shabby for the Bengals and Vikings theme team there. Yeah, I'm not in the way of the power up. You guys can see that power up symbol on him. So we will be able to get that too. Evan Ingram catching. Why is these numbers should really be switched, right? 65 catching, and then I don't know, 82 strength, because I don't freaking know how strong he is. Jerry Hughes, generally a budget god in Madden because his block shed was always so high to go along with one of his 2 pass rush moves. But it looks like the block shed being low, Jerry Hughes is not what he used to be. A lot of Bills coming in this promo, so shout out to Bills. You got a phenomenal team IRL, and they're helping to improve your theme team a little bit here in this promo too. Alan the Lazard King, Robert California, 88 speed for a deep threat, 85 overall. Not exactly a deep threat at all with only 88 speed. I got a guy in my squad that's 99 speed. How is that good? Matt Milano, right outside linebacker, run stopper with only 82 block shed and 84 speed. Unusable. Josh Allen is actually a pass rusher, 85 finesse move. Essentially unusable with that low block shed and pass rush moves. Cole Kmet for the Bears. Surprising 3-2. I think the Bears are the kind of team this year that are going to beat up on, or they're going to win against bad teams and get their shit pushed in by good teams. So 86 speed on a tight end's not bad. At least that's what it's gone so far. There's a team like that every year. Mostert, 91 speed at halfback. Is that the number 1 or tied with the number 1? There might be a 92 speed halfback out there now. I don't recall, but Mostert's right up there. A budget baller at halfback. He was a great budget baller when the year started. Shaq Mason, 90 overall. A very solid. Like, if you're getting one of those 8 NCATs for free, Shaq Mason is a great choice, right? Because, like, offensive linemen, you just kind of need them. They're not really sexy. You don't upgrade them. This card, like, isn't the best right guard in the league, but you don't need the best offensive line. So, like, a lot of people, they talk about, like, the other cards I'm going to show here as good players to get, but linemen are really good choices for your NCATs. And since you get so many choices, you can also get the Corey Davis too, along with the right guard. You can also get the Jonathan. I'll show you how to get all this stuff in a little bit. We'll talk about arbitrage and whatnot. Leighton Vander Esch, I don't love him. Speed's okay for middle linebacker, but I don't love running middle linebackers. He will though be able to get Lurker, so he is definitely usable if you do have him on a juiced Cowboys theme team. up to 91 speed with that, you know, with the 50 out of 50 plus the power up. So Van Der Esch can get to a reasonable speed level at middle linebacker, but it will take the AP, the +1 for Lurker, which, you know, it could be worse. I feel generous. Steelers, a good day for the Steelers theme team is a good day for America, and we are getting a card tomorrow. Steven Tuitt, one of the 90 overalls. We'll also have, you know, 92 overalls. So we did get the 90, though. That's kind of nice. Tuitt, I really pray for him to come back soon, and hopefully keep, you know, doing what he did last year. And I hope he's good from everything that happened to him. All right, block shot 91, 88 power move. So more of a run stuffer, which makes sense. He's a run stopping left end. He's an interior offensive lineman. Do not put this guy on the edge. You are going to feel pain. And especially with the defensive tackles now, like Tommy Harris having like 84 speed. 75 is kind of tough to use out there when quarterbacks with escape artists are running like 105. Xavier Rhodes open lately. Not great zone coverage. I don't like this card at all. Even powered up, plus the 2 from the strat item. You can't get the 90 zone. I don't like this card. I know it says man-to-man, so you want to run man-to-man with him, but I still love the flexibility in getting to that 90 zone number for me. Derek Carr, field general, 90 overall. I don't know his awareness. Might be able to get 90. I don't think they will give it to him for Hot Master, but there's Derek Carr, field general. A solid card right there. I've noticed, I think quarterbacks got nerfed, like throwing accuracy wise. Running out, like, escape artist is as insane as ever, but throwing accuracy, my Marino's and really sailing past it. It kind of sucks. Jeremy Chen, this is an amazing choice for one of your 8 potential NATs, right? 8 potential NATs means, you know what, maybe you could be able to get, you know, this program. There's 3 parts to this. There's no scary, strong, fast, or anything like that, but there are 3 parts to it, so that's coming. The 92 overalls, Larry Allen. So we got a legend here. Here's a left guard. I'm sure he'll have out of position right guard too, if this for the alternate position for your Cowboys. I think Niners too, right? Doesn't Larry Allen go on? But overall, you know, top end guard stats right there. Jesse Bates, 92 speed, free safety. Hit power ain't really there. He's not overly tall, but IRL he is a beast. Derrick Henry. I don't have anything to say. What more can I say about Derrick Henry that hasn't been said about Satan himself? This guy is going to be an absolute freaking monster out there. I hate it. And we'll talk about monster morphing here in a second. 92 break tackle, 92 trucking with 91 speed on the Titans. And he's 250 pounds of pure anger. So, most feared. 10 years of fear, blah, blah, blah. It's the X stands for 10 years. For the people that wonder what the X is standing for, you know, Weapon X, Dawkins, the X that we've seen on different players have used it. It's 10 years of most feared is what the X stands for. All right. Most feared. We have, you know, the intro paragraphs right here. There's objectives like AKA missions. There's solos. We'll go through that. Monster morph. So morphing itself. Okay. By doing some of these solos, Scary Speed, Monstrous Might, Tower and Terror, you're going to get basically different upgrades, right? You're gonna get, if by doing one of them, Monstrous Might solos, Towering Terror, and Scary Speed, you'll get these 3 strat cards. We'll go in your 5th strat spot. So, Monstrous Might, +5 to height, +10 to power stats. I would assume stuff like trucking and stuff. Or Towering Terror, +10 to passing stats, +10 to catching stats, +20 height. Okay, 20 inches of height. Or Scary Speed, which would be 10 to speed stats, basically making everybody, like, you know, because most teams are over 90 speed now, all 99s across the board. Basically confirming there is no over 100 stats this year because of this stat card. With that said, I love this. I absolutely love these different morphs and the changes that they've brought to Halloween here. The downside is we can't use an online head-to-head. Now, I hated that they were doing the same thing every year with the height morphs up until last year. Now that it's changed up, I actually don't mind it. I'm actually kind of disappointed that we can't use this in house rules at least. I really wish they made that distinction. Like, I understand, you know, how big of an effect comp has on this community and weekend league and stuff. And weekend league, you want to stay balanced and stuff right there. But that would have been very cool if they had some sort of house rules they could have made this active for. So you can only really use these things in solos to make your guys bigger and smaller. I feel like that's a lot less fun. Like the fun of like just adding, you know, height to players, that kind of ran out. But adding speed, adding power and height, and then subtracting height for going speed, so you can go speed demons versus height guys and online head to head. that might have been a little fun. I do enjoy innovation. So do you understand my point? The way they used to have it with just height was stupid, and I'm glad that was out of head-to-head. But now that we have different ways of playing the game, different ways of modifying our roster with these strat cards, I would have loved to play this in head-to-head. So it is unfortunate that we can't. And, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, competitive's effect on our lives here in MUT. So anyways, moving on from that. So basically, I don't think I'll be replacing my 5th strat item because I have a 99 speed Will Fuller. Why would I replace that 5th strat item with that stuff? 60 stars in the Ultiverse Terror. If you do this 60 stars Ultiverse Terror, you can get more Nat 90 overalls. Here's 60 stars to obtain an NCAT 90 overall. There's another one there for you. So it goes through the milestones there. An NCAT Fantasy Pack at 60. You get 5,000 coins there at Tier 1. Here we go through 81 most for your player. So I'm just going through solo rewards now. You guys can see that on the screen. There's the one I was talking about with 60 stars. You get more at 90. And then you move forward. You get to play the solos are moments too, which is really nice. Moment solos are way better than full game solos. Here's the Ultiverse of Terror here at 120 stars. You can get an NCAT 90 overall or an 85 auctionable tradable. 40,000 coins at 40 stars here. Overall, man, they are absolutely they've made solo rewards so much better in this most feared promo. I think people are really gonna enjoy it. I don't really play solos, but based off the rewards, I'm really thinking about going to it. I'm really thinking about dipping my toes into it. I don't know. It's tough. When I think about doing solos, that's how I know they've really kind of changed up the game and made it a little bit better. But we'll see how much I actually end up doing. So also, in addition to the solos, on top of this, objective lists. Objective list adds on top, not replacing, on top. 290 overall most feared fantasy packs. 58,000 XP. I've already maxed my level, so that's not that big of a deal to me. And then 36,000 coins. Now, these are not just objectives from solos. A lot of them are from solos, aka stars from solos, the most feared set, 30 solo battles or head-to-head games, 50 touchdown head-to-head games, 700 tackles, 2,000 points in house rules. Now, Kralo did mention house rules is going to have a point modifier. In the past, it was you got 30 points for a touchdown longer than 20 yards. So I assume one of the 3 house rules, I think he said multiple. It might be 2. He said multiple. It might be 3 because there's 3 parts. I don't know. I think, was it last year or 2 years ago? There was 3 different house rules during the Halloween promo. So that was kind of huge. 2,000 points, though, might be a little bit easier to get once you get that one done. So, or that house rules joins the game. House rules itself, 15 wins for an NCAT 90 overall most feared hero. And this is for the first house rules. So I expect 2 other house rules to come out. That's why I said 8. And that's why I thought there would be 3. But if it's only 2 house rules, it'd be 7 free 90 overalls. But I think it's 3. I don't know why, but I thought I heard 3. Somebody in the comments can confirm or deny what I said. But anyways, the first one, out of options, it's a play cooldown one, which I love. I do miss the play cooldown ones. I know a lot of people are like, oh, play cooldown, I want to spam the same thing over and over. And I get that. It's easier. But it is kind of nice to see the way the Madden is played, where people actually have to vary their play call. They can't call the same, a defense over and over and over. But there you go. Or offensive play call. So you won't be facing, RPO pump fakes over and over again, hopefully. Here are the rewards, of course, under it. I just gotta say, I really wish they made these better, but 15 wins is not bad for the play cool. Well, how bad is it? Start racking up wins. If they're full games, 15's a bit. If they're starting the second half, that's a lot better. But anyways, a lot of things to do over most feared. This is looking like the best most feared in years. I said before, I was hoping for the morph to be active in at least house rules, but it's not. So anyways, house rules, at 30 wins, you get an 85 overall auctionable player. So you can go, if you like house rules a lot, if you like to play cooldown stuff, you can play 30 times or win 30 games and get an 85 overall. All right, we do have release 1, most feared, exchange, that kind of stuff on its way. The sets itself, 287 overall most feared elite players and 385 overall most feared players for 90 overall, right? 2, it's the one that they showed as the example. The set itself, if you just look at the training, 287s at 1,500 and then 385s. So that's 3,000 plus 21 something goes over it. So it doesn't look like it's an incredible value for a set, but it is not terrible, I guess. We've seen way worse sets than this. So the 90 overalls aren't bad. We might be able to get some work done with arbitrage. We'll talk about like some of that in a bit. Here's the yard objectives you need to do. Sadly, it's 50,000 creds, or I'm sure there's some money way of getting one of the 90 overalls just by playing the yard and having the most feared helmet equipped during that. So if you got the cred, you can do it. If not, ouch. I probably won't be doing this at all, but it's a way of tying in the yard to ultimate team. So I don't hate it because they're so generous with the other rewards, but hopefully you guys have the cred to get that done. The 81 overall is 280 to 82s, 675 to 79 overall players to earn an 81 overall most feared extreme player. All right, so it's a weird set. It's kind of expensive in my opinion for an 81 overall. So if you want to roll a 78 overall, so there's weirdly like we don't see any 81 plus overall training roll. There is no alternate currency. It's just 78 overall. So I was gonna compare it. Basically, the training value of rolling an 81 overall is 2 80s, which is 110 training, plus 675s, which I just deleted the 75s like a little bit ago. So probably around, what would we say, 400 training to roll an 81 plus? Yeah, probably around that. So like you could profit like 84s. You might take an L with 83s. But maybe 83s would be technically profitable. It doesn't look terrible. I'll say this pack does not look terrible unless 80s and 75s like shoot up in price, which is okay. Bio trash having value is not a bad thing, or at least for pack pullers. All right, for an 83 overall most feared elite, you need an 81 overall most feared elite and 478 most feared players. This one is interesting. They were not most feared players required. This one is most feared player required. And it's not an 83 plus. It's just an 83 overall. Okay, this one's the same way. It tis what it tis, right? 81. This one's 81 plus, repeatable. This one looks like it's 83. I don't think these are gonna be 85 plus or 87 pluses. I think it's just 83s and 85s and 87s. So there you go. There's some market work for us, the bundles and everything. Overall, most feared looks incredible. What else did I see? 120 players total in the program. So, 120 players divided by 32 teams in the league. You should be looking for 4 players on your theme team to get from the most feared promo the next, 3 weeks, 2 weeks? Yeah, 2-3 weeks here. It's not terrible. I'm hoping the Steelers get 4, since every team should really be getting around 4, if not plenty more because of, multiple theme teams on a lot of guys. Limited's coming with the most fear. They're going to tease the limited for tomorrow out tonight, along with one more champion. I only showed 3 champions. Will be a 4th one, so look at the Twitter account tonight. The arbitrage that we're talking about, right? What you want to do right away is Gridiron Guardian, special offers, training. I was hoping to see... Oh, yeah, here it is. Right behind my head. So, cheap training right now. Get your cheap training. 90 overall for 5,500. Right, you can get a 90 overall right now for 107K. So if you buy 5,500, right, equals, we'll say we'll buy it at a cheap rate. Well, I'll just buy it at the 90 rate times 5,500. These prices might have gone up since I recorded them yesterday, and the market kind of went up a little bit as people are prepping for most feared. So it's 117K to pull a 90 overall. So basically, what we're looking at is, are these 90 overalls going to sell for more 117K? More than likely, at least right away, right? These things generally are super high. But what are we looking at the value for the 92s? Okay, so the 90 overall should cost you like 117. They might be 150K right to start. So you can profit off them right away, but they will fall fast. But these 92 overalls and the sets for them, I think it was 3 90 overalls. He actually didn't show this off. 390 overalls to get the 92 overall, like Derrick Henry, for example, and the 390 overall NCAT's back. So what we're looking at is 15,000 training, right? 90s times 3. 15,000 training to get 10,000 training back, and then this times 1/4. So equals, whoops, what the heck did I do? I hit the wrong button. Equals this 90 overall divided by 4, since it's a quarter, equals this times 3. Okay. So you basically get back 13,750 for putting in 15,000 training worth of value. Okay, so you get 13,000 back. So because people pay for those 92s to an extreme degree, if you have the training ready, you can do the set, sell the 92 right away, and make mega profit. It's basically been there every single promo in MUT history. People overpay for those 92 right away. So you want to be one of the first one to get them done, and very simply, very easily done. And then basically you can quick sell the 90 overalls to get more training if you want to keep doing it over and over to keep profiting. But FYI, that's what you want to do right away. That's how you like arbitrage cheap training into expensive prices and profit off of it. That's going to be the key for tomorrow. We'll see. They've had errors with their packs and their rolls before in most feared, to my knowledge. I think it was last year, 2 years ago. I don't know what it was, but these things spit out way too good overall. So we'll be again on Twitch early tomorrow morning, testing these out, testing out the bundles, see what kind of errors are popping up, see if we can't make a little profit before EA readjust the pack odds. But overall, it looks like a really nice promo. Everything from house rules to solos to the rewards, objectives. It ain't bad. We'll see again who the limited is, but the limited might be fun to chase out of like the training reroll. So I would definitely recommend stocking up. Maybe you don't need this much training. Maybe you don't need 1 million, but get a little bit. Get a little bit training ready for tomorrow, and it should be a good, enjoyable time. That's it for the most feared breakdown. I'll see you tomorrow morning over on twitch.tv/gutfox. I might make a video tonight when they release the limiteds. I want to talk about a interview a Madden dev had, so I might do a video tonight on that. No promises though, because we talked about it on stream already, but I kind of want to give more full thoughts on that in YouTube format, so we might have another video tonight. Anyways, see you on stream later today, see you on stream tomorrow. Let's please, I beg you, I need you, thumbs up the video, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. We're trying to reach more. We're trying to make the 1-digit club and get, or the 1 comma club and get to 100,000 subs. So please sub. We're going to make it. We're all going to make it. I'll see you guys in a little bit.